Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Band of Anime Reactions, and I'm glad I'm able to at least get a few of these out before my mom gets home with the kids, because once they do, I'm most likely going to have to help with them, because I think my sister went to work, and my brother went to work earlier as well, when she left to go get the kids. So currently, I think me and my dad are the only ones at home right now, but he's outside, so I have the house to myself currently. And I think she said she was going to go to Walmart today, I assume, to get the rest of the boys' WIC, because August is almost over, obviously, and it doesn't replenish. Essentially, if you don't use everything on your WIC card, you lose it, essentially. It doesn't roll over like a food stamp card would. Anyway, this is going to be my review for Dragon Ball episode 137. I think what I'm going to do is, while I edit the Dragon Ball videos, once I get the Dragon Ball video edited, I'll work on a different show, like getting a Sailor Moon Crystal episode up, or a Black Butler episode up, or whatever, because those two I really want to get done because of the shows that we're going to be watching afterwards. I'm excited to see them. So, I obviously want to get them out as quickly as possible. And also, just so you guys know, I'm going to be recording reactions tomorrow. So, I'm going to basically be working mostly on Sword Art Online and Naruto. So that way you fans of the two shows will get what you want. You'll get your reactions, don't worry. I'm not neglecting these shows completely. It's just I have so much on my plate, I'm trying to finish one of the big shows so I can get on to the next part of the series. Anyway, this episode is essentially Chi-Chi versus Goku. Goku still has no clue who she is. The only person who knows who she is Oolong, because he pays attention. What other girl have they interacted with that much that she is upset when he doesn't remember something from their past? What girl could they possibly have interacted with? It's not Suno, because she's not the right hair color. It's not, who else? What other girl am I thinking of? I think there was a couple other girls, but I don't think they resembled her. So it had to be Chi-Chi. I mean, really? Oolong is the only one who realizes this. He's the smart one in this situation. Thank you, Oolong. At least I'm not the only one who figured it out. Anyway, they're fighting. It's kind of one-sided, and essentially, she reveals that he had agreed to marry her, and like a typical guy who obviously doesn't know who she is, he was like, was I conscious when I said this? Because, yeah, he thinks that he would not have said it otherwise, especially since he doesn't remember her. But yes, he did say it, but at the time, though, he did not know what marriage was. He thought she was talking about food or something. So, obviously, he has no idea, or had no idea what marriage is. I don't know how much he knows about marriage now, or what love is, to be completely honest, because I know what he is, race-wise, and his race does not really deal with love. They're more, getting hits just so they can produce strong kids. Now, it's not to say that they don't know what love, they don't have any love in them at all. I'm sure they do, it's just, Goku's kind of oblivious to this sort of thing. If somebody wants to add any, additional insight into this, that'd be great. Because Osmosis Drunk's been giving a lot of really long comments and really a lot of insight into the show and the manga and stuff. And thank you for that, Osmosis, I really appreciate it. Because I like reading all those comments you make. Anyway, she gets mad at him, obviously, and tells him that she will tell him who she is if he beats her. And this is all it took for Goku. All he had to do was essentially punch her with and the shockwave of it sent her flying out of the ring. So she lost. And thus she reveals that she's the Ox King's daughter, Chi-Chi, and he kind of freaks out a little bit because obviously he didn't recognize her because the way she looked back then to where she looks now, and he hadn't seen her in 3 years? So, yeah, besides he's not in regular contact with her like he is with the others, so obviously he knew who the others were when he saw them after 3 years, even though they'd changed a little bit. But yeah, he didn't recognize Chi-Chi. And the others didn't either because they weren't around her very often. So, anyway, the whole Goku being oblivious as to what love is and everything kind of pops up at this point because he was talking about how he knows what's in his heart. I'm like, you've hardly had any contact with this girl. How is that love? And he asked her to marry him right there. And yeah, I don't get it. Anyway, yeah, that's what happens in this episode, and also Krillin has to go up against Piccolo Jr. And I think Goku tells Krillin who the guy is, because they didn't know. Only ones who knew were Goku and Tien, because they were the only ones who fought King Piccolo. Or encountered him. And thus, that fight gets ready to start. I don't remember how long it lasts, but I think it lasts at least one episode. Anyway, if you guys want to offer insight into all this, feel free to do so, and I will see you all next time.